Hey, look, right. See, I be praying hard for my come up. Look, be working hard till the sun up. Ooh, paying the sins of my father. Look, cause I'm a son of a stunner. Man, matter of fact, man, I'm a stone cold killer. Lord, do this for all my niggas. Look, you better understand the message. Yeah, because we living in this wreckage, y'all. And I'ma tell them goodbye, goodbye, good world, you know we living. Peace to the life, cause you know things different. I gotta be the one to give them to them straight. Who's gonna be the one to put it on my plate? Man, it's kinda hard, I'm trying to live sometimes. I be working hard, trying to help myself. Everybody know they got a free day mind. Mind over matter, gotta know yourself for your blessings. Love, yeah, love. Thank God for your blessings. Now, praise God for your blessings. Love, yeah, thank God for the blessings. Yeah, for the blessings.
When you look at my brothers, what's your first impression? Does the sight of us leave you guessing, or do you understand the stressing, the aggression? The look of no hope on my niggas' faces, like the Lord overlooked us when he handed down his graces. You see, embraces fall short on the numb tips of street entrepreneurial fingers. Stuck in the walls of the project halls where the coke smell still lingers. External blingers is all we can be, cause on the inside we've been given nothing to shine on. And a gig is harder to get than coke, so niggas get their grind on. Cause the TV tells us, aim high, nigga, make all goals lateral. But that takes paper that we don't have, so niggas put their souls up as collateral now. Some niggas reclaim them, some blame them, make an excuse to sell them. But when a nigga goes from not doing to doing, what can you tell him? Not to be a nigga. Shit, I got to be a nigga, that's how I pay the bills. And I'ma do that whether I got to sling this coke or exploit these rhyme skills. See, America makes you an opportunist, and at the same time they institutionalize you. So the fact that niggas get these big record deals, big money, and then go to jail shouldn't surprise you. That's what lies do. And most of these guys do have raw talent, just infantile education. So the business feeds them all the weed and ecstasy and a little bit of paper to provide some pacification. From all the bullshit frustration they serve you.
Yeah, love, thank God for your blessings.
Alright, we on now, y'all.
Man, fuck America.
Yeah. It is Wednesday, hump day. Y'all know what it is when we get to humping and everything. It is the Big Bad Dynamite We Ain't Got No Name internet radio show. Back at you one more time. It's your boy Billy Boots.
Wait, can I put on? Wait, I have my tiara.
She's your queen.
But it's too small for your big head. You already said it's too small for your head.
So this is Shawnee, the toy queen.
Thank you for.
How you doing?
About time.
You see my tiara?
How you doing?
How you doing? I can't do it as good as her.
How you doing?
Oh wow.
See, you doing good.
Wow.
We anti Wendy Williams on this show. Well, I like to call her.
I'm not anti Wendy Williams.
Wendell Williams.
Well,
I like her. I don't like her little legs, but I like her.
You don't like Wendell.
Weight.
You don't
I
like
do like her. She's funny. I like her.
First of all, that's a he, and you respect him as such.
It's not a he.
You respect him as such. Anyway, welcome to We Ain't Got No Name. We was off last week, y'all. We missed y'all. Hopefully, you guys missed us.
Everybody fat from Thanksgiving.
Fat, full from Thanksgiving.
Oh, wait. I hope you're not still eating leftovers. You eating leftovers?
Oh.
Nah, man. I threw the turkey carcass out. Everything.
I ate turkey yesterday.
Everything gone. Everything gone.
No, I didn't eat
You
the
can't
soup.
recycle enough for soup? Like it's
Not when it ain't no meat left on them bones.
I just ate regular turkey. And people say you're not supposed to eat it past what? Saturday? Sunday?
Oh, I ain't know.
I ate it yesterday, and I still live to see another day.
All right now.
We look off the break. We got technical difficulties. I don't know what Trump got going on there with the
What's
live
happening?
feed.
I can't
even get the live feed up.
What's
We
happening?
can't get the cell phone blicky going on.
Ain't happening.
But it's all right. It's all right. It's okay
all right.
today.
It's like a song.
We here.
It's all right.
If you tuning in, make sure you hop on the ripradionetwork.com. We're going to get the live feed coming up shortly. But like I said, this is the We Ain't Got No Name. And as I like to say, the interactive internet radio show, because we sitting here hosting and we put this thing together every week. But it's really about you guys. It's really about the people. That's why we encourage you, if you're not here as a guest, please call in 301-288-3100. We got some amazing topics that we're going to speak on today. Some juicy stuff that I think you guys going to really like. So before we get into all that, real quick, as usual, as we've been doing the last month or so, we've been sponsored by TT's Butter Company. TT got on me and told me that I was giving the wrong website.
Really?
She was like, boy, you been up there drinking, giving out the wrong website, which I don't think is true.
Didn't you have it written down
which
somewhere?
I don't think is true. Anyway, the website is www.tebuttterco.com. So ttsbutterco.com.
I think you were saying buttercream.
No, definitely not that.
Right.
But it's a plant-based body product company. I definitely use the beard balm and the beard butter. My beard has gotten a little full as of late because
natural,
of it.
all natural.
All natural, no chemicals, no byproducts.
As much as I don't like you, the beard does look good. I mean, it really hurts me to say this.
The butter really does its thing. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, and for ladies, they got the body butter, which is a supplement or a substitution, I should say, for lotion and stuff like that. Everything is, she makes it herself.
No petroleum base.
None of that. No petroleum base. No chemicals.
Look at you up on your body.
I gotta stay.
He does have the silky smooth skin.
It's that chocolate.
Silky smooth. Silky
I'm
smooth.
These dark-skinned brothers came in.
Silky smooth.
So shout out to TT's Butter Company. Look them up. And since you at it, brother, go ahead and introduce yourself as our first guest.
My name is Willie Will. I ain't gonna get my whole government joint. So, should I?
I was say I don't even know the whole government.
I know,
name.
right? It's mysterious. All right, yeah, but I don't even know what to say. This is my first time.
I know you got the smooth cardigan on.
Oh, yeah,
I see that.
Probably look a little corny, but it's okay.
My name's Will, and I got silky smooth skin.
but yeah, I'm from the DMV. I'm in the military, so that's why I don't want to give out too much.
Hey.
Not that I do anything, top secret, but I am a recruiter. Now, here's the thing. Since I am a recruiter, if you have any youngins that need some direction or money for school or dental benefits, medical benefits, I am here.
I got a young and I'm ready to ship to military school somewhere because he be lunching.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's the intangibles that work with the military. So the thing is, you're in state and you need money for school, we'll pay for school. You have to be able to pass ASVAB, no felonies, couple misdemeanors maybe. But, just give me a shout out. I don't know how that works.
Just holler at me.
Holler at somebody.
And where?
You got social media, right? You got Facebook, you got Instagram, all that good stuff.
On Facebook, it's Willie Will.
It's Willie Will, but
Yeah.
it's 1,001.
It probably is, yeah.
It's Willie Will.
Holler at We Ain't Got No Name. Holler at me.
Yeah.
Holler at Sonny, and we'll get you plugged.
And
right
maybe
in.
you can find a dark skinned shiny dude if you go through.
with the silky smooth skin.
patent leather. So, and the young lady across from me, she definitely is no stranger to this whole radio podcast celebrity. She's a bit of a celebrity in her own right. So
Don't
go ahead and
flatter
introduce
me.
yourself for the people.
Give me a beat.
Oh Lord.
Ow.
See, now you doing too much.
Hey.
It's the DANI dot to the D. What? Yeah, that's me. It's Danny D. It's Danny D. Hey.
I wish I had known that was gonna happen. I didn't know that was.
We're vibing.
All right, so my name is Danielle Dade. People know me as Danny or Danny D. And I was recently on a new and upcoming show called The Odd Couple. Shout out to them. I'm no longer there, however. And the song that you heard was actually my little cousin, TJ.
Song called Blessings.
Blessings. And his rap name is
LB1990X.
Oh, you had it down pat.
A.
I had to make sure I wrote that down because it's a different and unique
Very
name, and I
different.
wanted to
Very
make sure. I asked her like 50 times today, what's his name again? What's his name again?
Yeah.
So LB199X. I'm sorry, LB1999X.
Lord, here we go.
He all over SoundCloud, all over YouTube. So definitely
Tidal.
look his music up. Tidal, all that good stuff.
And he'll be performing at the Warner Theater coming soon. So
And what
check him
exciting
out.
things do you have? Don't you got some
exciting things for me.
lately?
Well, I don't have anything currently coming out. However, I do have a nonprofit organization. WeAllSurvive.org
Yes.
is
Love
the
it.
website, and that is a nonprofit specializing in advocacy against domestic violence and sexual abuse. So if you or anyone that you know are in a sexual abusive or domestic violence situation, www.weallsurvive.org will provide all of the tools that you need to get the help that you or someone in trouble need to move forward with their lives.
There it is. There it is.
So wait, I gotta give some tea.
Go ahead.
See?
So
Hold on, is this one of them things you going to like expose something that?
no,
Oh, okay,
I'm just some funny.
Before the tea,
Okay.
I do have an upcoming show with my girl Jackie B.
That's what I was
and
getting
sorry. So with Jackie B, it's in the works. We don't have an official launch date. However, it will be called. I forgot the name of the show.
The name of that show is they ain't got no name neither. They ain't got no name neither.
No, so
Neva. N-E-I-V-E-R.
Jackie B and me.
oh, it's called. Say what? No, it's not.
No,
They ain't got no name neither.
they don't know their name.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
To be determined.
To be determined.
All right, well, thank you guys for
Wait, I
being-
get my
oh,
tea.
oh, let her get her
I get my tea.
But let me
So-
explain real quick. We real bootleg
I
right
get
now.
my
We
tea.
doing everybody doing live for their own phones. But real quick, if you're watching this live, go on to ripradionetwork.com and you can view the show live there. ripradionetwork.com until we get the Facebook live thing up and running. Please do that for us. All right, go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh, it's
Sean.
up now? Okay, so I'm going to give you the tea.
right.
So I came home from work about 2 days ago, and my husband come home and was like, hey, I need to tell you something. I said, what? He said, okay, the girl that's coming on your show
Uh-oh.
on Wednesday night, we had kind of went on a date together.
Oh.
I said, oh, a date? I said, so y'all do it?
What?
He was like, no, we ain't do none of it. We ain't do none of that. He's like, we going on a date. So I just want to tell you,
They going on a date or they been on a date?
they went on a date years ago.
Oh.
But you know how men, y'all want to be like, oh, let me go ahead and say something for somebody else to say something too.
Which he did right. He did right.
He is
Right,
smart.
he did right.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that was so long ago. And I was like, and she's nice. She reached out, she said hi, and I was like, boy, bye. Like,
Because as we learned, everybody don't say hi and be nice, right?
Not at all.
no, they do not.
Not at
no,
all.
I have random women that are highly mean to me, but yeah,
That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show. That's all that-
That's
Yeah,
nice.
but that's the tea. It's funny because he thought I was gonna come in here and be in cat fight or something like that. No, we good. I was like, and then when I
Like,
walked in,
turn off
I
the
was
mic.
like, oh, she cute too. She cuter than her pictures. I was like, okay, but he got good taste. There, he got good taste.
Well, thanks for spilling that tea.
That was the tea.
Junior Wendy Williams.
How you
But
doing?
real quick, before we start getting into our topics, because we got some real good topics tonight. And again, thank you guys for agreeing to come on, be a guest. Hopefully, if
Thanks for
Danny
that.
let me, I could get on the They Ain't Got No Name Either show someday as well. But we'll talk about that later. But what's up with all these people getting hemmed up with these sexual harassment
That's what
charges?
they get.
Matt Lauer got fired from
Crazy.
NBC. The black dude that's on the he's a political guy, older guy.
He looked creepy.
They making him
No, he
step
looked
down.
creepy.
Well, see, the thing with that is,
Kanye-
where was all of this when Cosby was going through his thing?
Hello.
So now, all of a sudden, now everybody's
Oh, you know
coming out
he's
with
sitting
these-
back laughing at
I
all
know.
this.
And then it's like, okay, he has this one incident. Well, it's a bunch of them.
I'm about to
But
say
here's the-
one.
yeah,
Several.
my bad. I misspoke. But here's the thing: like, we went through these like months and months, almost years, maybe a couple of years.
Now, yeah.
Yeah,
now.
and now everybody's getting hemmed up. I'm Matt Lowry. See, here's the thing.
But he's always been a jerk, right?
right. But here's
Who?
the thing.
Matt
That's
Lauer?
why
Was
people
that the-
say he was always a
They're
jerk.
saying that now.
Yeah, but wasn't that the culture though? Like, I mean, they have like TV shows where dudes were being jerks or whatever to women. So I mean, like,
That's true.
And now these guys are losing their jobs. I'm not defending them because sexual harassment sexual
tread
assault.
lightly because
I know.
we say about
But
this,
what
we get attacked.
But
So that's why
I'm in the military, so we go through these every year.
Look at the faces of the
my thing
ladies.
is, shouldn't have been like a thing where somebody should have like came in and say, "Hey, this is what is not accepted in this culture of radio, TV, or something."
No, because like you said, keep it funky. That was just the norm. It was the norm.
That's what I'm saying.
To make lewd
It still
jokes.
wasn't. It still was not right.
It still wasn't cool, but that was
But
the
it was
norm.
the norm.
My thing is this: the only problem I have with this, and I've been going. Somebody called me a fucking idiot today just because it was crazy. But my only issue is that I just don't like the fact that somebody comes out with a claim, oh, he touched my breast or he did this, and you immediately are vilified. You know, that means anybody. I just met you not too long ago. You can come out and say, oh yeah, in 2002 we were somewhere and you was that guy that was at Club U and you cornered me in the bathroom, and immediately I'll probably lose my job. Trump will probably kick me off of Rip Radio Network. All kind of crazy
You
stuff.
ain't that important.
But you understand what I'm
Not
saying?
at
Just
all.
from a mere allegation,
Right,
you done.
And
But I think that if he had some sort of rebuttal to this, it would have came out by now. He has not said anything.
Well, a lot of times their publicists tell them don't say nothing.
That or their attorneys could be having them on ice
It could
trying to
be-
prepare a
Well,
statement.
I would think you would have said something by now. It's
Well,
all
it just
over.
happened. Yesterday?
Yeah,
it
so
just
it's-
came out
That's
yesterday.
enough time for you to
Nah,
get your
man,
little
that when
paragraph.
you-
But see,
For you to get your paragraph together, that's not enough time.
If you had somebody that's coached you along, you don't want to say the wrong thing and come out and misspeak. Because if you misspeak, then it's misconstrued, and then you're vilified for the rest of your life. So I agree with maybe a fast action to say, okay, I'll go ahead and resign because he can go somewhere else. But like I said,
He ain't gonna go nowhere else.
I believe he will.
Shoot, if Bill O'Reilly just got picked up for something, he sure can. And everybody nobody like Bill O'Reilly.
But they said that they suspected this was not an incident, an isolated incident. So they must have already had some other things they was trying
If
to
you
sweep
can
under
be
the rug.
president after talking about grabbing pussy,
Right.
you should be all right to host.
Well, there's your
some show.
influence right there.
Right.
All right. So
And so many
my
women
question-
are fed up with all that.
Exactly.
But my question is
That was
like,
the catalyst.
how is it possible that? Okay, well, Wendy Williams, right? When that little short comedian dude was on her breast, how is it possible? Why is it that she didn't say anything when it happened? Now she's like, oh, he'll never come up here. He's the worst thing ever. But you was sitting there laughing when it was head.
Because she was on the spot. She didn't know how to react. It was new
Really?
in her career. She wasn't sure how to. I can understand that.
That was what 8 years ago. What?
But I
8
can
years
understand.
ago?
8 years ago, Wendy Williams was popping.
But you're asking about her reaction. I'm saying I can understand her reaction. You're
So the
it's
next
live
day, she
TV.
didn't- the
Right.
next day, or the next day,
the
or
next-
Maybe someone advised her and said that it
365,
wouldn't
the next-
be.
So you give her a pass for waiting, but you don't give Matt Lauer a pass for waiting to make a statement on his issue.
That's
That's
apples
a
and
different
oranges.
story.
That's different.
Yeah.
Hold on. So
That's two different things.
So I'm sure you've been.
She was in so many ways victimized.
That's a
and
victim
she
and the
went
aggressor.
through.
She wasn't a victim. She was
Hold on,
laughing
hold
and
on.
enjoying
I done
it.
been.
She may have felt uncomfortable and didn't know how to proceed. And that's what happens to a lot of victims of domestic violence, sexual abuse,
Well, that's
or any
right.
type of abuse, and they may not know how to confront the situation, and they may be afraid that they'll be looked at in a negative
Exactly.
light.
How you gonna be
and
perceived?
It's
Well,
a
everybody
lot
looks
of
at
different
her
factors
negative
involved
light.
with that.
No, that's true though. That's true.
But I've had like breasts brush up against me, leaned up against me.
And I'm sure.
like,
There's
oh my
nobody
God,
to
am I-
run
am I-
breast up against.
Yeah.
I don't know. He has a silky smooth skin.
I know I'm greasy and everything, but I'm sure you've been at your desk, the cubicle, and somebody, hey, Calvin.
But not on purpose. So you're saying not on purpose, though?
Right. So how we know?
That's
it's
a
not on
difference
purpose?
when the aggressor and
That's
something that
perception.
happens by
Not only
accident.
that, not only that, there are touchy people, even women. They like he
Right.
said, like I've said early on a Facebook post, for the better part of my adult life, I've always worked in corporate situations and what have you. And it'd be women that, quote unquote, by letter of the law, sexually harass people. Whether they come up to you, like he said, you sit at your desk, guess who? Da, da, da,
Right.
and their breasts
Touching.
all on your
Right.
neck, or you know, it's a Christmas party or something, and they
leaning all on
they
you.
touch you all in
Right.
you, da da da, like those things. Now let me say to a girl, you, and I touch on her chest, I'm going to jail.
Right.
Men could wear their, not saying that.
That's a double standard.
It's a double standard.
It's a double. Men could wear their bare chest exposed. Women, we cover our chest up. So I think the whole chest thing is. But I understand what you're saying. But it's a little bit different. It's the intention of everything. If
My
something's
nipple
by
gets sensitive
accident,
just like a woman's nipple gets
and
sensitive.
it's also if the woman was fine, you wouldn't deem it
See
sexual
how
And
harassment.
that works both ways.
Yeah, if Matt
That
Lauer
works
was
both
fine,
ways.
That's probably wouldn't probably
Because if Ralph Angel
So you're
from
saying
Queen
that's-
Sugar
I don't know.
tried to say something cute or something to a woman, she ain't gonna report him.
What's the dude? Idris
Idris Elba, Ralph
But
Angel.
Man, you never
Uh,
know.
You never know. Anybody could take somebody and
That
be
go for men
unwanted
too.
attention,
That go for
unwanted
men too.
advances.
Listen,
It's unwanted. If I don't want it, I don't want it.
I am a committed, proud, married man. If
Hear,
some
hear.
beautiful,
Amen.
buxom woman advances herself at me, I'm going to say, listen, stop.
Stop it,
Get off
sister.
of me!
Do
Stop
you see
it!
this
Stop it,
ring?
sister.
Stop it!
Let me be quiet before I
Right.
get
Let me
struck down.
stop. Lord.
Stop while you're ahead.
But nah, it's I don't know, man. I just think that it's unfortunate that we have come up in and that leads us back to what we were talking about 2 weeks ago, rape culture.
Yeah. Right.
And we all have America at least, and I think the world by and large has come up in societies where women are. I just
You
told
just
you.
said it.
I
just
just
told you.
and gave me all the lip
Right,
when I
right.
told
No,
her.
I didn't.
But no,
Continue on.
we've come up in this society where a lot of things that's just effed up, that's not cool.
This is what's going on over here.
Thank her.
What's going on over here?
I just want to let everybody know when we come back from a break, Shawnee won't be here, so get used to her now. But now we've come up in a society.
I'm not touching them. Not
where
touching them.
you know, women have been disrespected, and it's been okay. You know, with the things we say, the stuff we do, and all the way to sexual assault, rape, and domestic violence and stuff like that. And I think they all are under that umbrella.
Yeah, it's been romanticized. Everything in the movies,
Yeah.
TV shows. Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing though. Like I'm saying, should there be a grace period or somewhere like, hey, look, this is not the norm anymore. And these guys are losing their livelihoods. Now,
That's what they get.
If you grope somebody, you grab
2017,
someone
18, we're
by the
not putting
pussy.
up with the shit no more.
Yeah, I understand.
And so
that, but
I have
it's
something to say about that.
extreme, though.
So we have grown into a very sensitive America.
Very much so.
Sensitive when it comes to, oh, he looked at me this way or she talked to me that way, but very desensitized when it comes to our young black men getting shot by the police
Absolutely.
Right.
Great
every
point.
day.
Right.
Great
And
point. Great point.
slavery, don't we always usually help other countries to the point where we were like, well, dang, we need to help our own country. You're over here doing that and spending these dollars, and you haven't done anything for the United States. But guess what? Now we got Libya going on.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
I
We
read
have
articles about
slavery, a slave trade in 2017. So this country, don't come and get me, but this country is the actions is it's a total oxymoron.
Right.
We say we want one thing, but you have injustices here, and then you try to fix one thing. Well, we can never fix it because there has to be unity, and if there's no unity, there can never be any type of justice or community or coming together and having peace and all this other good stuff that we all hope and pray and dream about. But it's just like a never-ending cycle. We're begging the question when it comes to togetherness, and that's all.
I absolutely. You're that was a great point you put up, because to even go further in that, I think, you know, black women, you know, they've been victimized with this type of behavior in the workplace and stuff for a long time, and their voices are never heard.
No.
But it took white women like Susan Sarandon and all them people to come out for this to be a thing. I mean, shoot, earlier this summer, Lupita came out and said, yo, what happened to me? Nobody ever, when they talk about all the entertainment women that have come out, they don't even show her face. People forget all about that.
And if you looked at the comments, she was demonized. Like they went at her,
went at her,
like she was complaining, like it wasn't legit. And that's the thing. Like black women are sexualized way more often than I think than white women.
Oh,
I agree.
But the thing is it's like oh yeah, accept it because you're allowed to work in the workplace. You're allowed to make this money, so we can do whatever we want to. I mean it's sad, but it's true. And then when we do speak out, then it's like, hey, shut up, you need to be quiet. Just like with all the other things, Kaepernick and everybody else.
And like you said, do we ever see other countries, people from other countries going on their Facebook, posting little memes and stuff about another black man being killed without justice being served? Hurricanes in Puerto Rico or hurricane. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I mean, it's terrible the things that go on in Libya and all these other places. But there's some really terrible things going on right out here outside our door.
Right.
And we so quick to gather up the troops and go help these people and do these things, but we need to start having that same energy for what's going on here in our own borders and our own soil. But when it affects black and brown people, it ain't no thing. They don't care. But let me get off my soapbox for that. But what time we got here? All right, let's take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick early break tonight. We're gonna shout out the TT's Butter Company, quick commercial, and then we're gonna be right back and we're gonna get into some more topics. We ain't got no name.
TT's Butter Co., providing plant-based body products for you. You can find us at www.TETESBUTTERCO.com, or we can be found on Instagram.
All right. Well, you could cue it. Welcome back. We ain't got no name. Like I said, we bootlegged tonight, so y'all probably heard me talking to the engineer. Hey, Trump, can you cue up the thing while I'm talking?
This mic stink. It smell like breath.
Does it?
Whoever was sitting there before you. But cue that up while we talking.
Smelling mine.
So the next topic, that I wanted to get into kind of goes in line to a certain degree with what we were just talking about. And basically the title of it is there anything we can hold women, and specifically black women, accountable for? So I ran across a video of this brother. I wish I had his name, but you'll see it when the video comes on. And I thought it was a very insightful, to say the least, video. We good, Trump? So
I've never seen it. I don't like it already.
So everybody take a look at this, and then we're going to discuss it in a minute.
Is there anything that we can hold black women accountable for? We can't hold you accountable for what you wear. We can't hold you accountable for going over a stranger's house in the middle of the night. We can't hold you accountable for drinking yourself unconscious at a party. We can't hold you accountable for dealing with a dude knowing he ain't take care of his first 2 kids. We can't hold you accountable for only wanting to deal with bad dudes. We can't hold you accountable for taking dudes to child support unnecessarily simply because you're bitter that he doesn't want you anymore. We can't hold you accountable for supporting a feminized version of a man while simultaneously saying there are no real men. We can't hold you accountable for how you raise your kids. We can't even hold you accountable for being women, because in 2017 y'all saying there's no gender rules, so there's nothing that a woman should do. Now y'all know I don't play with the men. I hold the men accountable and I raise them to a high standard. But it seems like y'all don't want to be held accountable for nothing that y'all do. How can we grow together as a race if we just act like men are only ones that gotta change? Is there anything that we can hold black women accountable for? We can't hold you accountable for what you wear. We can't hold you accountable for going over a stranger's house in the...
Okay.
Points.
All right.
It doesn't make any sense. The first point was we can't hold you accountable for what you wear. So what is that saying? That we're supposed to accept everything that comes our way because we have what we have?
No, that's not.
What is the point of that?
All right, so
what is that point?
Let's back up. So the gentleman, he said a lot of things, and the overall,
and most of them didn't make sense.
Overall theming, and which is right in line with his point, is that the overall theme of it is that he's not saying that these things make it okay that certain things happen to women. He's not saying that these things make it that's an excuse, or that certain things are should be looked over, or this, that, and the fourth, or that is even women's fault that is happening. However, there is that is not what he's saying. That's the thing. That's the reason why it's so hard for brothers to really make these type of points, because you all hear that and you immediately start to say, "Oh, well, so you blaming us?" And no, nobody's blaming you for it.
He's saying women are accountable. That's saying that it's their fault that something.
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not saying that you are the blame of it. What it's saying is that this aided.
What does accountable mean?
So you accountable automatically means that it doesn't mean that it's your fault. It means that it has something to do with the actions that followed it.
Right,
that's called.
Right. So it doesn't mean that you're ignoring the person that perpetrated you or something, but it does also say, okay, yes, there was a part that in this whole matter that you played in this happening.
Okay, so if his first point is black women not accountable for what they wear, what point was that?
I think that was just an example.
I think it was an example. Now, can I jump in real quick? So when he said that women raising feminine young boys, so if I were to come to you and say, "Hey, Shawnee," was that? Yeah. Hey, Shawnee. Oh, I didn't know if you, but yeah, your son is a little fem. Maybe if you had a male to help him out, to mentor him or whatever, maybe he wouldn't be so feminine. Then it's a personal attack on you, not an observation. So I think that's what he's saying. Like,
see, I have a problem with the whole just saying somebody is feminine. If that's who they are and that's who they want to be, then that's
no. But the issue.
So
that's the thing.
Okay, I can jump
listen.
in. I can jump in. I can jump in and kind of defend what you guys are saying. I can't say that. So I'm a single parent. I have a 14-year-old son, and him turning out a certain way was always a big deal to me. I didn't want that, although I have no problem with anyone in that community. As a matter of fact, my best friend is gay. But I want grandkids. I want the whole family thing. That's what I want for my son. And I made it a point to make sure that he was exposed to everything masculine. Mm-hmm. I know women that take their sons to the nail shop at a very young age. They take them to the hair salon at a very young age. They talk any type of way around them at a really young age. And they gossip around their young, growing kings. Right. And they pick up on that femininity. And I see it. I've seen it. And so, yes, to a certain degree, we are responsible as women if we are the sole provider for that young man or that young child.
It's through nurturing.
That was my thing that I was going to say. That's nature versus nurture. It could be someone that's purely gay by nature. And not by nurture.
But that's a different thing.
That's a whole other topic. But there are two.
But we're talking about the actual feminine part.
The thing is,
it could be by nature.
What happens is, like, the whole gender role. We know that you have a son. Your son should act a certain way.
Who says?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Should act a certain way? Who says that?
Who to a standard, yeah, you're right, yeah.
But he was born a male with a penis, and he has a structure of a male. So why would he not act like a male?
What's acting like? But that you had to define.
Because you can be gay and still act like a man.
I know a few of them. Yeah, it's not.
It's not about sexuality.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not.
And it's not okay. Yeah. It's something wrong with you being gay. But if you're a male who likes a male, you can still be a male and not
absolutely.
Be
and that's and your response to what he said is the reason why I feel like masculinity is under attack.
Right.
It's like saying that you want a young boy to be masculine and a thorough man is a bad thing.
Right.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's not the standard. I don't think that's the standard.
I'm a heterosexual
No, I don't think that's the standard. Why would I
So you don't think that? So the standard means that most, right? You would almost say, in other words, most.
No.
So you don't think most?
I don't think most either.
So what do you mean by standard? That's not the standard.
That's society's standard of how a man should act, how they should be, how they should carry themselves.
So you think that is the norm for a man to act feminine?
there's no norm. The norm normal is still something that society.
Okay, so I want to take it back.
There's no norm.
I want to take it back a little bit.
Rules, there's no parameters. There's no nothing. It's got to be something. We can't, as human beings, we can't live our lives with, oh well, it's whatever. There's no norm. There's no standards. There's a stand. It's got to be standards.
Can I please?
Something.
I'm double Dutch. I'm ready to jump into
like
it.
seriously.
Go ahead.
This gets a little serious. All right. So basically, today's society, everybody's like, bending to this new norm.
Right.
And have you heard about this? She's a famous actress. She has her son wearing. She adopted a little. No, not Angelina Jolie. It's another one. She has a little black boy.
Right.
He's about 7, and he's wearing dresses.
Right.
And she said, "Oh, that's what he likes, so he can wear dresses." Okay. So let's take it back to slavery. So, in the slavery days, what did they do? They tried their best. That was a whole part of their plan. They ripped the man from his family.
Right.
Okay. So the women were forced to be independent and raise their children on their own.
Right.
The men were forced to work. There was no structure. And then generation after generation after generation after generation, we were stuck as a people with this torn identity. We had no culture. We had no real family. The women was driven to be independent. The men was driven to be everywhere, just work. A family, family wasn't an option.
Right.
If you look at today's society, in our community in particular, it's the same thing. It's almost to the point where basically this whole plan, I think this is good old Willie Lynch. One of his theories was to emasculate the black man.
Right.
And what do you see today? Jada Pickett. Not Jada Pickett. Jaden. He's wearing dresses exactly. And then on the birth certificates, now you can have a child and not even have a gender.
On your birth,
granted,
driver's license.
And granted, there are people that they're all for it. Like you sound like you're very open and free, and
life
if that's
is so
what
hard.
you want to do,
I want people to be happy in their own truth and what they want
but
to
it
do.
comes. It's a certain. It's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior.
When I was little, I saw my mother wear high heels. So what did I do? I went and put on the high heels. Fortunately, I had male figures in my life. My father was dead, even though my parents were separated. My father was dead, and then he didn't reinforce me wearing heels. My mother, when she saw me, she was like, "Hold on, you're a boy. Boys don't wear heels." So if she hadn't stopped me, I probably would be more feminine than I am masculine. And so I understand.
And your life would have went on, and you would have been fine.
True.
That's not true. He could have been
your life would have went on.
bullied,
right,
and committed suicide, and that's what's happening today.
But if that was his truth, and that's what he wanted to be,
that
would have made him a stronger person.
He's saying that he did that because he emulated his mother. That wasn't his truth.
That wasn't what I was.
But if it was,
but we're not talking about if it was, Shauna. We're talking about society not having the norms and having structure that is influencing young kids to go against what their natural inclination is. That's the whole point. It's something completely different if a young child, girl or boy, is born into this world and they are born immediately feeling like I was born in the wrong body. I see that I have a penis and I'm a boy, but I feel like I'm a girl. My mother see me wearing some high heels and stuff. She told me not to wear it, but this is what makes me feel more comfortable. That wasn't the case with him.
So, but how would you know? How would you know that wasn't the case with him?
You know why? The same reason why you see stories of little kids who parents don't know at first, but eventually, after their child, in so many words, tells them over and over.
So their mothers didn't wear high heels either?
Huh?
So their mothers didn't wear high heels. Going back to the example that he gave.
So let's do the example he gave. So if that was really in Willie's nature, that he was that type of person, when his mother and his father said, "Hey man, boys wear high heels," I mean, girls wear high heels, not boys. Don't wear that stuff. He would have responded, but this is what I want to wear. This is what.
Not necessarily. You might not want to disappoint your parents. You might not necessarily.
Come on, Sonny. Even if he
I'm not going to agree with you on this. There's no way I'm going to agree with you on any of this.
And even if he didn't say that at first, at some point in his growing up, whether he divulged that to a friend, a cousin, or somebody, at some point that would have been his truth. That wasn't his truth.
Right, so it wasn't his truth, but it still could have been someone else's. He just gave an example for him. I
get what she's saying.
If I'm a smoker and my children see that I smoke, and then they pick up a cigarette, am I supposed to stop them because that's their truth? If they wanted to smoke and because they see me smoking, am I not supposed to stop them?
Well, I can't believe that you're really relating. I can't believe that you're really relating the same things.
That's
suicide is a health
issue.
issue.
I mean, people commit suicide that are straight
psychological issues.
But my point that I'm trying to convey to her is that while I recognize that there are people out here who by nature are homosexual, who feel like they were born into the wrong bodies and all that stuff, what I'm saying is that like the example he gave of himself, he admitted that at a young age when he put on high heels or put on whatever, that he did that because he was primarily living with his mother and he saw this grown person and he thought, all right, well, I'm going to do this because it was an influence thing. And then when someone corrected him, it was an immediate, oh, all right. It wasn't even in himself, oh, I don't know. That's how I feel. That's what I want to do. So there wasn't no battle with him in him.
But all kids want to do is please their parents and everything. Someone could hold that in themselves. Someone can hold that inside themselves till they're 50 years old and finally give up.
That doesn't apply to, and you keep talking about people that it doesn't apply to.
Kate Jenner.
We're not talking about the people that it applies to. We're talking about the people that it doesn't, and how this society.
The people that it doesn't apply to doesn't matter. We're talking to people that it does apply to. The people that it doesn't matter.
But kids don't know if they're homosexual or not. That's something that you have.
Yes, they do.
Homosexual?
Yes, they do.
I'm attracted to.
Yes, they do.
They get feelings. They get feelings real early.
Yes,
that's
they do.
true.
So we know sexuality. So it's okay for. All right, so if we know sexuality, no, I'm not gonna go there because I might get.
Well, see, you probably don't understand it because as a man,
young kids know that they are homosexual because homosexual directly plays into who you want to have sex with. So I don't think a kid that's 2, 3, 4, 5 years old know who they want to have sex with. However, I do think a kid that's 3, 4, 5 years old can know. Like I said, I know I'm a boy, but I really feel like I'm a girl on the inside. I'm trapped in the wrong body. I think that's a very real thing.
But
that
I also think that they can.
Who you want to have sex with?
Well, not necessarily sex. I want to kiss, or I like, or
I want to hug. I want to hold this person's hand.
I really like. This is my special friend. I have special feelings for this person.
Put my penis in his butthole.
No,
it doesn't have to be
that
sexual.
Might not happen in elementary school.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So how can you determine that?
Just like when you were in elementary school. But when you're in elementary school, I'm sure you had a girlfriend or a crush or something that you had. So the same thing is someone that likes the same gender.
But I didn't know about sex at the time.
It didn't have to be about sex. It can be a little girl that thinks that.
So you're talking about attraction.
It could be a little girl that thinks to be the next little girl.
Completely got off topic. This was about holding women accountable for this shit, and now we talking
about his whole thing was bogus.
No, now let's get back on that.
Discounted his whole thing.
His whole thing was bogus.
See, that's the thing, and that's the problem, though, Sonny, and that's the problem with all of us, especially men and women, is that we never want to say. We never want to take any responsibility. So, yes, when we were going back and forth about, well, are you saying that it's their fault?
I don't agree with him on one thing.
I'm not necessarily saying that it's their fault per se. But, yes, I do believe that if a woman goes into certain environments dressed scandalously and dressed like she about to...
I'm waiting for this one.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for this one.
And she dressed in a manner which... When people see her, she looks easy. She looks like a slut.
Right.
She looks like whatever. Right. Yes, that opens the door.
Right.
That makes
that
opens the door.
That's ridiculous.
Like Chris Rock said, if you saw a man walking down Lafayette Avenue right now with a full-fledged police officer uniform on, and you had some trouble with your car, ain't you gonna reach out to him and say, "Officer, officer, come here. And he was like, what you calling me for? And you would say, ain't you dressed like a police officer? You got the badge on and
That's
everything.
a job.
Hold on, now we
That's
talking
a
about.
job.
That's the whole analogy.
I'm not.
So
that's
no.
The
The
analogy
analogy.
is you would reach out to him
Because
and
he
your
looks a
actions
certain
would be
way and
based
acts a
off
certain
of
Okay,
what he
because you
looks
look
like.
a certain way.
That's his job,
But
and
it's
he
not
took.
his job.
And
But
he
it's
took.
not his
Style.
job.
And he took
Style
the
is
badge.
his job.
okay. Can I
It's
say
not his
something?
job. He just
Style
looks
is
like
style is a form of expression. So what you wear, you're expressing however you're feeling.
And to men, you might be expressing that you easy.
but that's their own opinion.
Okay.
Everyone's
And it's your opinion.
entitled to their
And it's
opinion,
your
but that doesn't
opinion.
mean that you come on to that person as such.
I didn't say that
But
makes it right.
unwanted
I didn't
events-
say that it makes it right.
By you saying your first statement, you're saying that
You're
makes
saying
it
No,
right.
it does not.
You're
That's
saying
what
that
it is.
No, it doesn't.
So if your
No, it
nipples are
doesn't.
out, I'm not supposed to say, "Hey, you have nice nipples," because they're out. So I'm assuming that
Yeah.
you want me to say something about your nipples.
If a man came in here right now, if a man came in here right now that was all buff with baby oil all on him, with a G-string on and bright colors,
I would think he came from a. I would think he came from a bodybuilding competition.
You're gonna think he's a stripper, and you're gonna approach him. You're gonna approach
The
him
first
and
thing I
say,
thought was a
"Are you
bodybuilding
stripper?"
competition.
Man, come on, man. That's
You
what I'm
guys'
saying. That's
analogies
what I'm
are
saying.
totally apples and oranges.
because
You're comparing a woman in like a bodycon dress.
No, I didn't give you any examples.
I'm giving my own example.
You saying dressing?
I'm giving my own example. You said when you say women is dressed like a hoe or something, I'm guessing in my head you're thinking cleavage, tight, short, heels on, everything. That's what I'm picturing. So what's she dressed like?
I'll give you an example. One time, this girl that I had never been with in my life, but we flirted with whatever with each other. And she was like, I'm going to come by, I'm going to come hang out with you. We can watch movies or whatever. I say, cool. And this is when I lived in the city. And so she was like, I'm outside. I was like, all right, I'm going to come outside and walk you up. She gets out of her car. It's summertime, but she got out of her car. Mind you, this is the first time I'm chilling with this woman. She got out of her car. She had on some shorts that was shorter than Daisy Dukes. She had on a t-shirt that was cut with some scissors that was low cut. All this cleavage was out, and to the point where if she was out at a grocery store or something, a police officer probably would have told her, "Ma'am, you can't be in here like that."
But she was hot.
She was just hot.
Let me finish.
Hold on, how you make that determination?
She was just hot.
He said it was summertime.
Oh, you said hot.
So let
Basically
me.
hot.
So immediately when I saw her, I was like, "Oh, she trying to, yeah,
She trying to let me smash.
But because in my mind, I'm thinking, why else would you come over to my house dressed like this? Right. You obviously want me to see your body. You trying to show your body off. And all right, cool. Now, does that mean that as soon as she got in the house that I groped her, that I raped her, that I sexually assaulted her? No. But I immediately had in my mind, oh, it's on tonight.
But your statement is saying basically she was asking for it if you do those things. That's what your statement is saying.
No, what I'm saying, Sonny, is that she opened the door. No, what I'm saying is she opened the door for me to think that is what was on her mind.
That's the same statement.
That is not the same statement.
It's the same statement.
You did say
like
that.
I said, like the brother in the video said, y'all don't want to be held accountable for y'all shit. Y'all don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to be held accountable for nothing. Y'all don't take no responsibility in nothing. And I get it. A man should never sexually assault a woman or whatever. But you have to take responsibility.
Responsibility for what? I still need more
responsibility for someone else's actions.
That doesn't make sense. That's the part that makes no sense to me in his whole thing. The accountability and responsibility for what?
We're not going to win.
It's a moot point because whether we're talking about that, whether we're talking about how our young boys are raised, whether we're talking about women allowing themselves in the club to get so drunk and pissy that they are and all over themselves.
So that's maybe is the man an invitation to
no, it does not.
No,
maybe
that's what he's saying.
That is not what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying.
So maybe words in people's mouths. That's not what he's saying.
The whole thing of you putting the video is inferring what he's saying and making conversations. So I'm inferring what I'm thinking that he's saying, and you're inferring what you're thinking he's saying.
maybe
No,
these
I
are the
told
wrong
you.
examples.
No, what he said.
Maybe these are the wrong.
What he said.
Maybe
That's
these
the
are the wrong
problem.
examples. Let me give you an example that might help you out. So my girlfriend and I were talking the other day. We're single women, so we were talking about how the guys. We don't know if it's the area or just men in general now these days, and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. A lot of these men are not stepping up to the plate and doing manly things.
Whoa,
when it
manly
comes.
things? What's
Thing-
manly things?
So they're not courting. They're not courting anymore.
okay.
So courting is like it's played out or something. And so we came up with the conclusion that, well, it's a lot of these women that are just accepting anything.
I agree with that.
So,
I agree with that.
hold on. I'm giving you an example of when women can take accountability.
Okay.
I'm giving you the example that you should have said instead of the examples that you've gotten and caused this.
I'm ready to double dutch.
This.
I'm ready.
So women. There are a lot of women out here that are desperate and they're accepting anything. So it makes it hard for women like myself to date a good guy that can court me
And up to the standards
and
that
up
you
to the
want.
standards.
You though, when that good guy comes around, are you accepting them aesthetically? Do you have these different criteria? He
No,
has to be this
everybody's
way?
not like
Now
that.
here's another thing: if a guy's nice and he's complimenting you, he's thirsty. You see that
No,
all
I
over.
don't. That's
He's
not
thirsty.
me. Well,
He
that's
acting
just it. Again,
But
the women that you may run into, or the women, the majority or the vast.
That ain't me. That's right.
No, this is
always
what
a
I'm saying. But again,
deflection.
I was trying to help you two out
No, we-
by
we
giving you
already-
the
we already on the
example.
same
By
page.
giving you
We
the
on the same-
example that you probably should have used in reference to that video.
Because his examples were not good.
They weren't. They weren't.
No, they weren't.
Maybe those examples will never be good to you guys because you aren't men and you aren't visual. Y'all not visual like we are. You guys aren't based.
We're not visual.
You're not visual like men are. Let's keep it real.
know.
You're not
Women are
visual
very
like men
visual.
are.
Very visual.
Not like
I'm
men
looking at
are.
your teeth. I'm
admit
looking
it.
at your shoes. I'm looking at your
Son,
height.
you know
I'm
what I
looking at
mean. Men base 90% of the decisions they make on who they gonna deal with of how a person looks.
When you meet somebody, all you
Well,
have
listen,
is
everything
physical
is look,
appearance.
right.
Everybody's
That's
the
true.
same.
But,
Oh, no,
but I'm talking about a man will continue to make decisions based on a man will deal with a lot from a woman because she's fat and she's cute.
Okay, right.
More so than a
Okay,
woman.
right.
Men are more visible than women. Period.
Women-
So women would deal with a man just off the strength of, I love him.
That's not visual.
It don't matter.
It might be-
It's the same concept. No, it's the same concept because
No, it's
we
not
deal
the
with a
same.
whole
That's
lot of
different
junk
thing.
too. If we
That's a different
feeling
thing.
a certain way,
I'm talking specifically
us feeling
about
a certain
visual.
way versus
Y'all talking
you
about
seeing.
that's emotional. Women are more emotional than men.
Right, that was
so
his point.
That
was
was
his
my
point.
point. You just proved my point. So what I'm saying is because we are more visual,
So.
of course the optics of something is going to affect us more than it affects you. So when we bring up the optics, yeah, y'all gonna say that's bullshit because the optics shouldn't matter.
But maybe
guess
the
what?
energy.
They matter to us. They matter a whole lot because the optics that we are presented with is what actually dictates how we move. The optics and things we see, how a person presents themselves, that oftentimes dictates the decisions we make, how we are, and so on and so forth. Does it make it right? I'm not necessarily make it right. Often it makes it wrong. It's still wrong all the way up and down. But the fact of the matter is that is how we were born. We were talking about nature. That's how we was born. It is what it is. But the bottom line is, yes, if a woman come around a man dressed scandalously, off the break, 9 times out of 10, a man going to think it's on and popping. Period. That's it.
That's
And
unfortunate.
I disagree.
Oh well, it is what it
That's
is.
unfortunate.
And we gotta wrap it
Wait.
up because we got 2 minutes left.
We got 2 minutes.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna let you guys once again shout out any social media or anything. You don't even know the name of the new show.
Yeah,
I don't know the name of the
have
new
all
show,
the
but
Instagrams and Twitter. And
Shout
all
out,
that
shout
other
out
stuff.
Heart's Desire. Oh, I went to Heart's
yeah, Heart's
Desire the other
Desire.
day.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah,
came to
Heart's
Disney
Desire.
on Saturday. So we have a store in Suitland, a store in Adams Morgan, specializing in adult toys, lingerie, dancewear, heels. Come visit us. Instagram at Hearts Desires, HARTSDESIRES.
Uh-oh. Heart's Desire.
www.weallsurvive.org.
Come out to Heart's
If
Desire.
anyone's in trouble.
Well, thanks to everybody for tuning in. This was fun. It was heated, but this was fun. Once again, the fellas won and the ladies lost the
fellas
debate.
I disagree. We
As usual, wow.
Not
The good brothers of 420 Radio are coming up next.
Hey, guys.
All right, and they about to bring the party. We bring the debate, they bring the party. And it's all coming to you on ripradionetwork.com. We ain't got no name. We see y'all next week. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Why somebody wrote a thing was like the crown was close by.
Yeah, for your blessings. Thank God for your blessings. Hey, look, right. See, I be praying hard for my come up. Look, be working hard till the sun up. Ooh, paying the sins of my father. Look, cause I'm a son of a stunner. Man, matter of fact, man, I'm a stone cold killer. Lord, do this.